Imagine you're trying to study and all you can focus on is the chatter, footsteps, and buzz of people's phones. You're not getting anything done. Whether you were studying for finals or writing a paper, you have probably wished for a few moments of peace to just think clearly. That's why silent study spaces matter so much. Campuses should establish designated silent study spaces to help students focus, minimize distractions, and ultimately help their academic performance. I've researched and found studies that support the need for silent study spaces. Also, as a student myself, I have definitely at times felt very frustrated that I could not focus because of distractions around me. Because students struggle to find quiet spaces, colleges should create designated study spaces such as phone booths and meeting pods that allow students to better focus, reduce stress, and improve academic performance. Now let's get into the challenges that students face while trying to have silent study sessions. A quote published by YourSpace in 2025, Matt Andrews wrote, "In spring of 2024, undergraduate enrollment increased by 2.5%. That's about 359,000 students, making this the second consecutive semester of growth after years of decline from the pandemic." While the actual problem is not that more students are going to school, it just means that there are more people on campus, making existing study spaces become overcrowded and noisy, and quiet areas are overall harder to find. As the enrollment levels grow, so do the noise levels and distractions. Without designated study spaces, students are forced into loud and crowded areas, leading to stress, lower productivity, and lower academic success overall. In 2025, the Daily Emerald published, "Every hallway, wall, and window has a psychological effect. Open layouts encourage social energy, but they also heighten distractions." This highlights how a lot of campuses are designed with open concept layouts. They are meant to encourage and help with collaboration and social interaction. While that can be great in some cases for group projects and community building, it also means that students are constantly surrounded by movement, noise, and distraction, making it very difficult for many to concentrate on individual tasks. Published by an evidence-based library and information practice, John Stemmer and Michael Storrs wrote, "Silence in a Noisy World." They gave a poll to students that concluded that 62% believe that it's more important to have quiet study rooms, with only 4% saying it is not as important. Every student faces distractions while studying, and you understand whether you're currently a student or you graduated, how frustrating it can be. You now know about the challenges students face. Let's now talk about the potential solutions that can be implemented. Creating a solution does not necessarily entail constructing a new building or adding on to existing ones. It can also look like adding things into existing spaces. Written by Katie Clark in 2024, KI published, "Phone booths are essentially privacy pods designed for individual use. They are soundproof enclosures with sealed doors that offer a quiet space to focus and work in private calls. On the other hand, meeting pods cater to groups, providing freestanding rooms with larger communal areas." Phone booths offer students a space to focus and also take calls and meetings without other distractions and without distracting those around them. Meeting pods are more group-oriented spaces that can give students enclosed spaces for collaboration and small discussions. Integrating these types of pods into already existing buildings and study areas can enhance privacy and concentration without costing thousands of dollars building new facilities. If students are not given silent spaces, the consequences can be significant. Their focus and productivity will decline because of distractions preventing deep thinking and attention. Also, anxiety and stress may rise since more noise and interruptions make it significantly harder to concentrate and complete tasks. There was a study done by the Journal of Engineering Technologies and Innovation on students aged 18 to 28 that analyzed how quiet spaces affect students. It was an observation study that also used student feedback, and they studied how students' anxiety levels, concentration, and how they manage their emotions after spending time in a silent study space changed. As you can see, anxiety decreased about 30%, their concentration increased about 40%, and their emotional regulation improved by about 25%. Overall, the study showed how using a silent study space can improve multiple aspects of students' headspace and their focus. This is an example of one of the study pods, which my mom actually has some designed into her work building that help them. So it's not just in colleges. A concern that some may have are about these new installations is the cost. There are structures that can be expensive and colleges may be a bit more hesitant about installing them. However, the long-term benefits outweigh the initial expenses. Investing in students' mental wellness and productivity is a cost that pays off in itself throughout students' overall success. Imagine walking into a campus during finals week and actually feeling calm. Instead of searching for a quiet corner, you go into a study pod, a small peaceful space where noise and distractions of campus disappears. Inside, you feel safe, focused, and in control. Students use these every day, and their grades improve, their stress drops, and their studying becomes something that they actually enjoy. Now imagine you're walking into a library and you find that every corner is packed with students. They're talking, and their laptops are clicking, and it spills into all the open spaces. You try to study, but you're not getting anything done, and that makes you even more stressed. Without studying pods, students are left unfocused and worried that they will not be able to keep their grades up. If silent study pods are not installed, students will continue struggling with noise and stress and poor focus across campus. But if the plan is enacted, students will gain calm, quiet spaces that boost concentration, reduce stress, and support stronger academic performance. As we come to an end of this discussion, it is important to reflect on what we have learned about the power of a silent study space. Students deserve a space that supports their mental health and academic success. It is clear that silence helps reduce anxiety, better focus, and improve emotions. Yet a lot of campuses are still lack dedicated environments of quiet spaces. You guys can help by reaching out to your student government and campus administration to advocate for the addition of phone booths and meeting pods. You can reach out by emailing department heads and joining student governments. Encourage your friends and other students to also advocate and share how they feel about noise affecting their ability to study. Personally, I plan on reaching out and talking to faculty and classmates to gather support and raise awareness about how these pods can improve students' day-to-day lives. Let's stop settling for noisy spaces that hold us back. Speak up, reach out, and help bring silent study pods to our campuses so every student can finally focus, feel safe, and succeed. By speaking up, we are able to transform our campuses into environments that nurture calm and focused productivity.